Good day, YouTube. It's that time again. It's been such a long time since I put out a war video, so let's do it. Let's put out a war video today. And I gotta admit, this war video was going well until I got to one particular fight. If you read the title of this video, you know exactly what fight it is. But we got a few fights before we get there, so let's just go ahead and dive in. First up is Was on some kind of cow chop nose, I believe. So on an Omega Red. And to be honest, Omega Red with APOC and Cable has been my war team for the last couple of seasons, because that team just clears out content in my opinion. They synergize really well together. So as you can see, the first fight, easy, breezy. We're already moving on. So next up, I think we face Night Thrasher. This is B McG's boy, and I hate to do it to you, B McG, but Night Thrasher's in my way, and I got to take him down. Still a great champion. B McG is such a beast. If you haven't watched the Relays of Legends with Simula and B McG, you gotta check him out. I think at one point in time, B McG had almost 8 debuffs on the champion he was facing. You gotta go check it out. It was so great. But I chose APOC for this because I feel like APOC and he can punch through block, especially with his 4 charges that he gets from Cable. This fight, a little annoying. It was definitely interesting champion placement. I don't know if I would have placed Night Thrasher here, but hey, I'm not placing defense for the opposing team, so I'm just going to play it regular, hit into his block, stun him a little bit, refresh the heavies, and just take this fight down. This also not a bad fight for APOC. Things are still working out pretty well. Things are going really well. Yeah! So far, but trust me, it goes left it goes left soon, but not anytime soon. So let's go ahead and head on. I was thinking about going up the middle, but I decided to go take the outside left because that Sorcerer Supreme could be a problem for a couple of people. So I was like, all right, I'll take it. I don't mind. I'm up to the challenge. And we have the Nick Fury as the mini boss. So yeah, I got a plan. So let's go ahead and dive in. I think I used Cable here, and I just used the parry heavy method with the APOC synergy. All you gotta do is parry heavy, and if you can degen them, keyword if you can degen them, because in this war right here, I learned a lesson. Quick, fast, and in a hurry, but you'll see when we get there. But yeah, I just decided to go in parry heavy, not even worrying about the node, because if I can degen the champion, it's real easy.
This finna be a breeze.
Yeah, it's a breeze, and as you can see, I'm just melting her with like 8 degens, and she can try to heal all she wants. It's not going to save her. So I continue to keep stacking up those degens, and this fight is pretty much over in my opinion. I got dodged another SP1. And yeah, that's it for her. Moving on. Interesting node champion placement again, so we'll see. Next up, we have yet another Was. We won this war, by the way. I think we won by base. We had more less deaths than them, and we had a lot more diversity. So with this one, I decided to go on with APOC because I wanted to get the evade charge, even though in this fight she doesn't evade me. So it's just like, what was the point of that? So but anyway, she didn't have too difficult nodes. Right here, as you can see, I'm like doing 3-hit combos because I don't want her to evade, even though I went here to get the evade node. So who knows how I'll be playing in these wars. You just never know what you're gonna get from Lefty in a war. Like, you legit never know. But oh well. And she's playing how I want to. I want to bait out her SP1 because I do not want to take block damage from her SP2. And since she's a glass cannon, my SP1s are just going to do a bunch of damage, and I'm loving it. That was a very risky heavy, but who cares? I got away with it, and I'm not going to complain. I am not going to complain at all. So as you can see, she's melting. Things are still working out in my favor. It's looking pretty good. I'm happy with the way this fight is going. So fight's already over. Heading on to the next one. Now the next one was a bit tricky. It was Nick Fury, but I do know with Cable, if you parry heavy, it can be pretty much an easy fight. He had buffet, strike counter, and outlast, so I took that. I thought about using Omega Red, but I was like, nah, I'd rather use Cable. So as you can see, my method is going to be the same. Parry heavy. That's all you got to do against Nick Fury, especially with Cable. Parry heavy. And you won't stack up his tactical charges, and he won't be able to go unblockable, especially in his first life. And as you can see, I'm just melting him. Just melting Nick Fury. Just loving that energy. Just melt this guy quick, fast, and in a hurry. So He gets onto his next life. He's still not unblockable as of yet. I think at one point he goes stun on me right here. So I have to heavy intercept him, which I'm pretty good with Cable because his heavy is easy to, you know, space in my opinion. Now, Apoc's a little bit more difficult, but who cares? And as you can see, melting him as well. This guy was a lot easier than I thought he would be. So he's probably going to be my Nick counter, my Nick Fury counter moving forward. So as you can see, another fight down. We're doing great, and I'm pretty much on top of the world at this point in the war. Like I'm just crushing this. Like no matter who they throw in front of me, I'm taking them down. It's gonna be easy, right? You know,
This finna be a breeze.
a breeze. So everything's working out. Next up, we have Thing on Safeguard. So go back to Old Faithful, Cable. So I'm just gonna parry heavy, get my spacing, and let's melt this guy. And that's exactly what I do. Like this was. I don't think I would have put Thing on this node. I mean, Safeguard, interesting, but I'd rather have Thing as the boss, in my opinion. So I'm trying to parry him. The parry was difficult, and a couple times my parry has failed in this war, and it didn't cost me too much, but my parry fails. It's just like, oh my god. But as you can see, since he has Safeguard, he only takes 1% damage from any single source. So with 10 degenerations on him, he's going to be melting quite quickly. So I don't have to worry about his rock show. Over here I do. I have to worry about it, and I got to get him to SP1, which I did. So I got to bait it out, and then I was going to, he hit me there. My spacing was terrible, but it didn't cost me. He could have definitely took advantage of that, but he didn't. So as you can see, I'm still melting this guy. It's going great. The fight is pretty much, it's lovely. I'm loving how quickly I'm melting these fights. But trust me, and this comes to a crashing end in the next fight. A crashing end. So in the next fight, I gotta face the Dragon Man. And what I forgot, so I thought about using Omega Red, but I realized he's a robot, so there's no point. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just use Cable and degen him to death. And Dragon Man is immune to degen. And I find that out right here. I'm like, oh, he's immune? So I was like, okay, let me test it again. Like as you can see, I parry here and try it again, just to see if he's actually degen immune, and he is, and it's just like, oh wow.
What?
So Dragon Man is having a laugh right now, but I'm thinking I still can solo this fight if I play good. Like I gotta bait out his specials, watch out for when he goes unblockable, but this fight is still soloable, and it's for me anyway. But we'll see what happens. I get him. I'm doing pretty well. Like I'm baiting out his specials, and I'm playing as safely as I can. I got him down to 87%, so things are still a little dicey, but ain't nothing I can't handle. I gotta make sure I deactivate his power gain, which I do. So parrying him was oddly difficult for some odd reason. So right here, I get hit on his SP1, which is fine. Everything's still working out. Got him down to 70%, so it's going well so far. I'm still thinking, okay, I can do this fight. I just gotta dance around a little bit, you know, and I can solo this fight. I can have a perfect war season. I mean, a war. And Dragon Man was like,
Boy, if you don't get
and right, it's still working out though. We're still playing smart. Everything's working the way I want it to work, and he hit me, and he goes unblockable. But I managed to get out of the corner and handle, get back out. So everything's still going somewhat decently. Got him down to 50%, so things are working out. I'm at 50% as well, but I'm also healing from that debuff. So, and he also has the damage masteries on, so he's taking root code every time he throws an SP1, so I can use that to my advantage.
yeah.
And then he begins to play a little dicey. I think coming up, I think I miss a parry. Right there, and he gets to an SP3, and things go downhill from there. He gets me, and it's just not pretty. I thought I had a perfect war.
Psych.
Not today, Dragon Man. Dragon Man was like, nah, you good. You can take it now. So I was like, oh my gosh, I cost us a loss. I should have went with APOC. APOC should have been the choice I went with first, but I totally forgot that he was degen immune, and that cost us a death. But we still won the war in spite of my death, so I went back in here with APOC, and I managed to handle business. I just wish I would have went in here with him first, because that would definitely been a better call than use Cable. But no, going forward, I do know that, hey, do not use Cable against Dragon Man. It's just not going to work. So as you can see, I'm playing pretty well. I'm healing from his debuff he put him on. I don't know what the debuff is called. Maybe similar AP Waves will know, but they both play Dragon Man like that. I have a 5-star Dragon Man, but I barely play him. So, but as you can see, this fight's going really well, and I do get him down. This is very interesting champion placement in my opinion. I don't think I would have put a Dragon Man here. I probably put him on a different node, a power gain node, but everything's working out. So I'm just like, why didn't I go in with Cable before? Why did not Cable? Why didn't I go in with APOC? I cannot even focus. That fight really messed me up, but it's my last fight of the war, and I decided to go in and fight Mojo with APOC. APOC has been the MVP here, and I thought about Omega Red, but since when you can't bleed Omega Red, he's not as good. So I was like, okay, I'll just go in with APOC and try to play smart. My parries all work for this. I just got to dance around his anti-life gen or whatever it's called. It's a little green smoke that he got coming out, and dance around this Bane a little bit. And yeah, just play smart. APOC can definitely handle this fight easily. So I hate when he doesn't throw his special, but it's still working. I'm playing smart. Everything's working out. He's healing a little bit, but that's not going to stop APOC. And with the backdraft and the sub, that's what I'm talking about. I did not mean to push that button. Sorry, guys. But anyway, I managed to get to my SP1. Things are working pretty good. Things are looking really good. He's playing exactly the way I want him to. He does catch me slipping here, because right here, I think right here I threw a heavy. Why? I do not know why I threw that heavy. That might have been an accident. I probably did not mean to throw that heavy, but it didn't cost me too much. I am degenning every time I get a dexterity buff. That was a risky heavy, like right there. But who cares? Things are still working out. Things are looking good. I got him under 50%. So yeah, I got to just keep playing smart and make sure not to making these stupid mistakes. This dude, Mojo is such a tanky dude. Again, I want to put a Mojo on this node because he doesn't have evade. I would definitely take advantage of that node, but APOC handles this quite easily, as you can see. So yeah, things work out. Had one loss, got one death, but seven solos and one death. I pretty much can live with that. So yeah, that was my war. So if you did enjoy this video, please hit that like button. And for anyone new here, if you can hit that sub button, I'll greatly appreciate that. And y'all take care and have a great and wonderful day.